Oh, sorry. I'll let the music do itself.
Yeah, you were doing a pretty good job of that yourself. What is happening? What is happening? What is going on, everybody? Is the crowd out there?
Are you there? Is there anybody out?
This tiny little room.
It's not.
Everybody's out there. Tiny little room. There's so many people in this tiny little room. Mm-hmm. I got my Star Wars picture up. Yeah. You like that? Pretty neat.
Decorations going on around here.
That's actually signed. What's up, Warbringer?
Good morning.
That's actually signed by, I just hit my head on my thing. That's actually signed by everybody.
Yeah. You guys know everybody?
Capital Games Carrie, who doesn't even work there anymore. Chad. Chad says, "Hi, my name is Crowd." Capital Games Carrie actually signed it right next to Leia.
Yeah, well, you know, It says Carrie and silver.
Yeah, so I'm starting to get some a little bit more stuff up. So that's kind of fun. It's nice to be able to hang some stuff. So that's pretty good. What's cool
throwing
is
things against the wall, seeing what sticks.
This room is like extremely echoey, but you wouldn't know it because these mics are.
These things are wonderful.
Dope. I love having a really good audio system.
Is it Rode or Rody? I don't know.
It's Rode.
Rode. Okay.
It's just Rode.
I've heard people say it both ways.
Yeah, well.
And I think when it comes down to situations like that, just throw the English language out the door and then go to the company and be like, okay, how do you pronounce your name?
Oh, see, I knew we needed to do my my account because people were going to be asking. So, what's up, dogs? Andrew Bryant. Okay, so Vader's dad says, what's up? Frank Brown says, what? What is up, my brother? Warbringer wants to know how many GLs. So that's cool.
He misses a screeching. I mean, I can bring my lapel mics back and see if we can get one of them to work.
I know. We could go back to the lapel system of it going in and out and the screeching and you guys freaking out and telling us it's not
decent live stream for a second. And
yeah, we could imitate it, I guess. How come the room changed? So, yeah, funny story. We've told it before, but basically, when we moved into this house a couple years ago, the intention was this room was going to be my studio. I was going to have green screen on one side and then like fun stuff on this other side, and we could use either side. And then downstairs was my home theater room, and we have surround sound and one side for the movies, and then we have some like theater seating. I actually have theater like movie theater seats, which is cool.
Good floor plan.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool floor plan. Whoever owned it before built this whole thing, and it was kind of cool. It was one of the attractions. I was like, oh, I want a home theater room. And it has a pool table room. So I was like, hey, I play pool. I have a pool table. So the other house that we had was a little bigger, and we were kind of downsizing, but this house still had some of the like fun features that I really, really like. So I was like, let's do it.
Downsizing without losing certain things.
Exactly. Yeah. So we moved here, but the moment I moved here, my my adult son, who's awesome, was like doing a bounce back and basically saying like, hey, I need to come in for a little bit, and can I move back in for a few? And that few turned into about a year.
Sometimes you just need a mini reset.
Yeah, it turned into like a year and a half, which was fine. He's moved back out, and since he's moved back out and on his own again, I've got this room back. And since I got the room back, this is now a studio, and the downstairs is now a theater, which I'm going to take you downstairs and you get to listen to the surround.
A new addition to the
I finally set up the surround sound, so you're going to love it. It's insane. It's like a movie theater for real. Like,
it's a whole new world.
We set it up, and Connie, my wife, she was like, you've got to do this yesterday. She's been dragging me over the coals for like weeks to do this. Finally, and I thanked her today for that, because last night we watched The Umbrella Academy, which we've been watching, which is really good, by the way. I think it's solid. It's a solid show. It's not like, an A+, but it's definitely like an A-, B+.
Umbrella Academy, is that like the build up to the Umbrella Corporation?
No, but it's a show on
Not
Netflix.
Resident Evil? No.
It kind of takes forever to build up, so that's why I don't give it like an A+. It's like an A-, B+, but it's a solid show. But when you have poor sound, the show just kind of is okay, but we watched it last night with the full effect, with all the speakers hooked up and the subwoofer hooked up and everything through the.
Well, let's clarify now. I mean, if you're gonna throw on a good rousing episode of Downton Abbey or something like that, you don't really need a surround sound or nice sound system. But if certain shows, warrant it, yeah, you'd want the surround.
Yeah, and then to test it, we actually put episode 9 on. And we took it to the scene where Kylo goes in and sees Sith Eternal Emperor.
Oh, so you just need something to make fun of for the night?
No.
Oh.
You can hear the crackling of his saber coming from behind because he whips it behind him and he's like standing there. He's like, "What can you give me?" And he's like, "Everything." And you hear the everything coming from in front. And of course you can hear his crackling saber from behind. And it's so like, resonating around you. You're just like,
well,
this
CGI
is the way it's
quality,
supposed to
sound
be.
quality, all that. Yeah, I guess you can't really beat those movies. They did put the money, into that.
Yeah, so I'm excited because sound is literally like 50% minimum. And when you can hear, and Connie was like, "Can you hear this? Can you hear that? Can you hear that?" You can't. We couldn't hear those things. You couldn't hear those things. I'm like, I know. So I'm so glad we finally got the audio fixed. So now with the theater room is actually a theater room. Now the only thing we got to do is fix the TV. Yeah. We have a 12-year-old.
Hey, something new to try out. Warbringer asks us if we've heard of this show called The Mandalorian. Maybe we can try that out.
We should definitely.
Maybe we could try that one out. Yeah, sounds pretty good.
You didn't go base mode Palpatine, did you? Yeah, so we'll do that.
What'd you call it? What was the show? Umbrella?
The Umbrella Academy.
Umbrella Academy. Apparently that's where Rihanna learned how to write her song.
Yeah. Umbrella, Ella.
Unfortunately, she didn't learn how to write a song. She buys them from people like Sia, but singers, not exactly writers. I don't think she's done anything original as far as I know.
So we'll go down there and you'll get to listen to it. Timothy just unlocked General Kenobi.
Way to go.
Speaking of General Kenobi, he was my number 2 relic.
They started giving him out to the masses again, kind of like they did with Han Solo. Like, you have to really work really hard and grind for him and all the appropriate territory battles. But
I took him to Relic 8.
Relic 8? 8?
Yeah.
8? My goodness.
I couldn't resist. It doesn't really help for ships, only on defense, because people can still beat you on defense. In fact, when your ship goes first, there are some strategic advantages for a ship going first. I know people like to go first on ships for defense, but I'm used to other ships because of RNG. RNG always picks them to go first for me. Right, I never get to go first, even when we're maxed and tied.
Never get to go first.
RNG's like, we're always going to allow them to go first, and their days is always going to land. Their target lock's always going to land. Your days is never going to land. Your target lock is never going to land. Like literally, it's every single round. You just you got to just expect. What works for the computer
never works for you.
You just got to expect that whatever RNG has the capability of screwing you on, it will. You don't have to be jaded. You just have to be honest with yourself.
Just keep on looking for it and you won't be surprised anymore. Then you won't feel like you're being stiffed.
Yeah, it does feel like it takes too long. If you're wanting to know about GLs, I have a Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. That was number 1.
Or 2. Or 3.
I was waiting on Jedi Master Luke and Jedi Knight Luke, right? Because I needed Jedi Knight Luke, who's down here. And they just wouldn't bring him out. And so then I started going for Sith Eternal and finishing him off. And then I got Sith Eternal unlocked. And then they brought out Jedi Knight Luke and Jedi Master Luke. So I stopped on Sith Eternal. So I have no Zetas on this bad boy, which is bad because he really needs his Zetas. So I got to start Zetaing him, but I have no Zetas because I spent all my Zetas on the Jedi Knight Luke and Jedi Master Luke. So this is definitely tough because I've got a Zeta this guy. He's pretty cool. Trying to learn how to use everybody. There's so many new characters for me anyway. They're all new. Jedi Master Luke, I don't even really know his kit yet either. I just unlocked him and put him into my arena team within the last 24 hours.
It just basically this one character retcons everything they've been doing to Jedis and with Jedis up to this point. So, he's just amazing.
He's just a really, really, really good tank, regenerative protection under Revan. So I did not do his leadership Zeta.
Scrap Metal Ben. I like that. All right.
Yeah. So I have not done his leadership Zeta yet because, and I probably won't because I'm going to save that Zeta and start working on Sith Eternal Emperor. Now, I need...
Artisan K chimed in, wants to know when we're going to get CGI-faced Luke in the game.
Yeah.
Soon. And what to wonder if he's going to look like Sebastian Stan or Mark Hamill, somewhere in between.
I don't want CGI Luke. I want deep fake. Luke.
Deep fake Luke.
Deep fake Luke, not
Much
CGI
prefer
Luke.
that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so I can
Hopefully
do
they'll
this.
ask them to come in on some of these projects at some point. They realize where their game's lacking.
Yeah. You guys going to help me with this?
Yeah, walk us through it, guys.
Yeah.
Actually, I have to go back to a comment here a second ago. Chad Weirder said you didn't go to base mode, Palpatine. I guess that means at the end of Rise of Skywalker when he shoots all the ships down. That was definitely base mode for sure. Actually, you know what we should do with the surround sound? We should play the last Mandalorian episode and then listen to some Death Trooper dubstep. That'd be pretty good.
So I know I need to lock them in life force to me or whatever. So when I get my ultimate, I do damage to both of them. And then...
That's the same team I took this one down with.
Oh, of course she dodges.
It's super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Just don't lose. It is possible. They can sneak it up on you.
No. This is like...
Play your cards right. Oh, an ultimate ability. Never mind.
Instantly defeat linked enemies. Okay.
Thwap, thwap, dubstep Palpatine. Here we go.
Ultimate power. Okay, so that was easy.
Skrillex, oh my god!
I guess I didn't. I tried to ability block Rey. She dodged it. Mm-hmm. She dodged it. She was
and look, you get a placard for all those wasted tickets.
You know what, though? I get tickets for both light and dark side right now, you guys. It's actually genius that everything got unlocked too quickly for me because everything I do... What's up, Zevius? Hello there. Everything I do now gets me tickets because I have an incomplete light side guy, right? I have Jedi Master Luke that I need to... whoops. I don't even know.
That you need a relic aid?
No.
Not even there yet?
No,
Gosh.
on Journey Guide, because I have his journey open still, right? Because I still have his journey open. And then because I have Palp's journey open, I have their both light and dark side tickets open. So everything I do light side, I earn tickets for. And everything I do dark side, I earn tickets for. It's actually quite genius. So now anything I do, it doesn't matter. Whatever I do, I earn tickets for. And then when I have enough tickets to do the light side, I can earn his. And then when I have enough tickets to do dark side, I'll do his. But I am focusing on spending my energy on dark side right now, simply so I can get more dark side tickets because I want to get C's ultimate faster because apparently C's ultimate is better. Better, under my umbrella. No. Thanks, you guys. I really appreciate you. You guys are jerks.
It may be stuck in his head. Now because it's stuck there, it's going to be stuck in mine, too.
Yeah. Red flashing. And then...
Everything I do, earn tickets for you.
This is wrong. Zevious. You're evil. Evil.
Jedi Master Luke has an ultimate? Never seen it. It is hard to see, but in the Geonosis territory battle, I have seen it come out, and in the assault battles where you get to use Jedi, I've seen it come out as well, and it's quite nice.
I'm almost there with...
I call it the Just for Men Luke, you know?
Yeah. I have a Worth It series question. Are the $30 and $90 gear bundles in the Journey Guides not found in the data store cards worth it? Asking for a friend. So... It's relative, okay? In the scope of life, no, they're not worth it. But in the scope of like capital games worth it, like if you were to spend the amount of crystals on those specific gear pieces, yes, it's worth it. Like they give you more than double the number of gear pieces for the number of crystals that you would spend. For example, if you were to take the crystals to buy those gear pieces, it would cost more than $30. In fact, it would cost almost $100 in crystals to get the amount of gear that you get in the $30 packs. Same thing with the $100 or the $90 pack. It takes almost $270 to get the amount of crystals it would take to get the amount of gear that's in the $90 packs. Not all of them, but there's some really high value ones. You got to look because you can see, but you can do the analysis. Now, if a gear pack has like everything's flagged and you need everything, that's the one you get. If it doesn't have anything flagged but like one piece, then it's a wasteful piece for you because you're just buying gear to buy gear for other characters. So make sure that if you are going to spend the money because it's a value, because it's going to speed up production for you and you're willing to spend a little money, that it's a pack very specifically needed at this moment for your favorites. So it has favorite flags in that bundle pack that you're purchasing. But, so for Capital Games value, yes, all of those are a high value as far as Capital Games is concerned, and as far as value in this game will ever go, those are actually very high value in relevance for gear, because it's like buy one gear piece, get one free kind of thing. But
deal days. Yeah, you heard it here with Warrior.
The problem is that it's expensive. So
Frank Brown, RSNK, you guys both got me. You know one thing that's got me tripping? It's Bryan Adams. That's who. And you guys' clever song lyric ideas.
Yeah.
Got him singing in my head now. Completely curbed my.
And the thing is, like, Hyena Bomber's dark side. So I'm farming right for this ship. So it's good. It's dark side, which is what
2 ships in one, even though you've definitely got the other.
Yeah, and I'm only doing 3 of these refreshes right now. I'm trying to save my crystals again. So I'm doing 1 refresh. There, I'm not even spending on the refresh, and then we're going to the next ship.
See, Chad took the words out of my mouth. I was actually about to say they should do a stimulus package.
I know, right?
Everybody's about to get their check, so.
See, and then I just get
their $600, $1,200, $2,000 check, whatever it is,
So I'll get these ships 7 stars. It will happen. Mm-hmm. And then this is, man, they really want you to do weekly shipments, don't they? Mm-hmm. All right, we'll do this guy. I'm only doing
you just
one
bought all
of
these crystals. Don't you want to spend them?
But I'll get these ships eventually. They're really slow when you do one at a time, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to switch over to characters, and we're doing Vet Smuggler with the remaining energy all day long on this item because I'm almost into relics with this bad boy. And I'm doing 4 at a time. As much as everyone says this is stupid, it works. It works well for me. I'm 1 under average, 1 under 50% drop. I always check log.
Always check your rates.
I always check my log rates. Yeah, I'm still 1 under average. Mm-hmm. Yesterday I was 3 over average. There I'm 1 over average because I was 1 under and I'm 2 over, so now I'm 1 over. 1 over average. Yesterday I was 3 over. Still 1 over.
Book Hunter. Oh, so it is going to be 600 now. All right, good. So, well, thank God they're going to get gender studies in Pakistan.
We're back to neutral. We're back to 50%, and we ended at 50%. Cool.
So about the average.
Yeah, at average, at 50%, which that's exactly what I want. Yeah. I want it to.
It's like live stream. Hold on a second. We got to hold true to our words now.
I'm almost to unlocking the other placard.
Yeah. Expensive placard.
Yeah. That's so much fun. Placard. I got to start to regenerate my, what do you call it? This stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Relic. Yeah, I spent it on all of them.
Relic materials.
And I do 3 of these, so I'm spending 300 crystals on relics and 150 on farming, which is 450 a day. I'm getting first in both arenas now and my dailies, so I'm getting over 1,000 crystals a day. So 1,000 crystals a day minus basically 500 spent. So I'm saving a little over 500, between 500 and 600 a day. I'm saving, which is going to help a lot.
Gotta love that savings.
Yeah, it's going to help to save for the weekly store.
Maybe they can have a coupon day pack. They'll send you something in the mail. You have to clip the coupon, send it back. You get a new package.
Yeah, because then when the daily shipments come out, you can get more relic material, because that's really what it comes down to for me is relic material.
Ooh, Nev has seen Bryan Adams live. Was this back when he was still performing, or actually maybe he's still performing now? I don't know. There's
back when he was relevant.
A lot of old guys.
Which was never. Sorry, Nev.
No, I was curious.
I think I'm doing a YouTube video with you, Nev, tomorrow morning.
Ooh.
At 9 a.m. my time. 9 a.m. my time tomorrow morning, right, buddy?
Tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow morning. Today's Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday. Thursday morning. Thursday morning. Tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., right, Nev?
Lost in the fold a lot. As long as it's a day ending in Y, I'm all right. I can keep track.
Yeah. Let's see. I am getting slicing materials. I keep using them, unfortunately. I'm like, I'm going to save these, and then I'm like, ooh, I need to slice that. We are, mate.
Oh, yeah, it was the summer of 69.
I can't forget. I keep reminding myself on purpose because I don't want to forget. Let's see. Did this reset yet? I just bought some of this. By the way, I went in. I started doing all my dailies, and I was like, "Oh snap! I need to stop that." I went in here and did this. And I was like, wiped it clean. Shoot, but I did them with Rebels, and I did it with Rebels.
A little annoying, but it was doable.
Yeah, but I did a full squad of Rebels. I got, criticals was easy. Undersized squad was a little bit difficult. Completing the battle was easy. The criticals was easy. Full squad Rebels was pretty easy. Undersized squad was really easy. It was the full squad of Rebels that was difficult. The full squad of Rebels was really tough because everybody on this squad at level tier 7 had like 500,000 health and protection. Mm-hmm. Like, what the flagnog, that's not
just like punching down a cinder block wall. No matter, I'll get through it eventually.
I know it was really, and even with Rebels and the amount of damage that they do, Rebels, they were like 100,000, 100,000
revive. Like what? Oh, that tickles.
Yeah. So I got everything, but I was telling him
his comment was held back, but that's pretty funny.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
It was the neighbors don't like the noise, they can F right off to her.
So I was telling him, this looks amazing, but honestly, they should double the rewards on this bad boy. They really should, because we get to do this like once a week or twice a week. Even so, they need to double the rewards on this. Are you listening, Capital Games? Double the reward. This is tough.
Is this thing on?
And the other thing is if you don't get like the last one of these, if you miss one, you don't get the red crate. If you miss even one. Mm-hmm. So I had to get them all.
Even one Bantha burrito.
It was like Pokemon. I had to collect them all. And that's funny. Arnold calls these Bantha burritos. I thought that was funny. I thought that's catchy.
He's clever once in a while.
He's clever once in a while. I like that. I like it. It's pretty neat. Mm-hmm. All right. These are shared. Let's do this. Okay. Let's see.
Those are ships. Yeah. Why not?
What? Why?
They'll claim to be cargo ships.
Yeah.
Even though most of the time the cargo is only passengers.
My cat, you hear her?
Yeah.
She's carrying a sock in her mouth. She acts like it's a mouse.
Right. That's as feral as she gets.
She's looking for me to give me the prize that she caught.
I got this just for you.
Yeah. She thinks she'll have.
And it's like my old roommate's cat. He'll take it promptly to the water bowl and dump it halfway in, leaving the other half out so it can empty the entire bowl on your kitchen floor.
Yeah.
Love that cat.
Chad. He says, second to last cargo ship tier.
Final tier.
Final tier.
It's the final tier.
Why do you like the second to last tier better? I like the last tier better. Vader likes to drop his kitty toys in the food bowl for his friends. That's actually hilarious. Pew, 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 pew. Shard Shop currency. Yeah, but I like stocking up on all the other stuff, and you don't get enough Shard Shop currency on that second to last tier reward-wise. The currency's been, it's you hardly get any in comparison. So I like the Omegas and all that. Like, look at this, 6. That's huge. I love to make sure I'm getting a stock.
Ability material Omega.
Yep. And I love making sure all of this stuff is getting totally maxed out.
I've taken to calling that the chop shop in my head, just because you chop up the planes and the people to make other shards.
Yep. So when you go here, you get less of everything, and then you get a little bit of shard shop currency, but not a lot bit. So a little bit of shard shop currency, but you get reduced everything else. And I like to have a mad stock of everything
start singing
else.
Something about a little bit of shard shop currency, and I
do have a lot of Omega material now, like a ridiculous amount of Omega material now staved up. I have a ridiculous amount of reinforcement material. So I have
those prestige.
The other thing is I get double the shipbuilding material, which is honestly I use to buy mods. So that's twice as much to buy mods with. That's another thing. Yeah. And then, you get 3, whereas here you're getting, 4 to 6, and I get 5 or 6 most times. Shard shop currency. I could see that. I don't see it converting very well for very much. So yeah,
not the highest valued items. Hazaro is saying that he's a big fan of us from back in the free-to-play account days.
We'll do it, and we'll see how much currency I get out of it.
Glad you're still around, Hazaro. And actually, you're referring to the my free-to-play account days or his Scissorman account days? If you're talking about my account, that's like way in the backpack. That's a ways ago. That's years ago.
Let's see how many ships it gives me. If it only gives me 5, it's not worth it. If it gives me more than 5 ship shards, well, that's hard to say.
It's hard to say appropriately.
Yeah.
What kind of shards are you talking about here?
Shit shards. Oh, I said ship.
Yeah. Oops.
You said what? Oh, I said what?
Sometimes it. Sometimes
see, it only gave me 5. That's lame.
Lame.
That's really lame.
Get to watch another stream today. Which other stream do you watch, Colin? I want to know. We can start watching it too. We can be watching somebody else's live stream
RSG,
while we're live streaming.
Probably RSG, maybe.
Ah, good stuff. Good things.
Yeah, they used to be known as Real Zeta Genius. But they had to change it apparently.
Real Zeta Genius.
Yeah.
Today we salute you, real men of genius.
Yeah. Phase 3
Mr. Nudist Activity Coordinator.
Oh, I've got to go donate on Phase 3. So let me go donate my Sith team. We all signed up for something. We all must make sacrifices. Phase 3, sacrifice. Where are you? Sacrifice. Okay, wow, platoons are going fast. Okay, so boop, boop, boop.
Walk around booping everybody in the face. Boop you,
Yeah.
boop you too.
Is there any other crappy characters that we can? I don't know. They only ask for good people. That's the problem with it. Yeah, I had to give away my Sith team, which is fine.
Yeah.
I signed up for that. I signed up.
They actually have you assigned? Wow.
Well,
you guys are like organizing stuff in that guild. Crazy.
We signed up for that. I'll give you
not to say my guild's not organized, just saying that we're not that ridiculous about it.
Oh, confirm.
In fact, they let me get away with murder. So.
Confirm. Ooh, I'll give you one of
Scrap
those.
Metal Ben was saying it was interesting to think about where Scissorman would be right now. Do you think you would have had a Galactic Legend on that account yet?
If I'd ever quit, there's a possibility. C'est possible.
Mm-hmm.
C'est possible. Horrible. Claim. Nice. Cool. Cool.
Chad, why are you going to see yourself out? I mean, you can. It's your right. You don't have to, though.
They blocked out Artisan Case.
Shard in your pants. Yeah. How dare you say something about a shard?
I know, especially when that's like...
Zevious stream inception. Yeah, I'll be watching a live stream while someone's watching my live streaming about that live stream.
Yeah.
And then if he falls over in his chair, he'll be riding the kick all the way out. He'll somehow end up in our live stream.
Man, I never thought in a million years I'd run out of Carbantes, because when you first start, that's like, the Carbantes are the worst, right? Everybody needs Carbantes and stuff. And like, you know, like, okay, I still need them. Mm-hmm. But I had a stock of like 33 Carbantes when I came back to the game. And because I had been saving them, and like at the highest end, you don't need a bunch.
I think I might have like 90 right now.
90 Carbantes?
Yeah.
90 pieces or 90 fully crafted?
No. Yeah, fully crafted. Wouldn't that be great?
I had 33 fully crafted. So I didn't need them.
Must be nice.
I came back and I started just like, I had tons of gear, and I was just like getting all the new characters.
All right.
Yeah, I got all the new characters like leveled up and like unlocked and leveled up and like farmed, and all of a sudden I got to Galactic Legend Luke, and then GML Luke and GKL Luke, and both of them required Carbantes, and I was like, with Jedi Master Luke, I actually ran out of Carbantes.
Those rebels that aren't rebel tagged sure like those Carbantes. I was
like, holy cow. I ran out of that. That was nuts. And then this is like definitely you need to restock.
Oh, yeah.
Always
need those.
Always.
Anything that's not farmable that shows up in these stores, save it all for that.
Yeah. And then I always try and buy... I don't remember who it was that said, oh, they've changed the shard shop, so, you know, ships aren't worth as much as regular currency anymore. That's not true. Yeah, I've done a straight conversion of just ship shards and regular shards, and they are still worth one more than the regular shards. So apples to apples, they're still worth more. Just so you know. So ships are still worth more. I'm looking for a critical avoidance arrow that's offense or health. Offense or health with critical avoidance. That's a crit chance.
I like that name. Black Man says salute. I've often thought about changing my name to just single white male, but I don't think people would get it.
Yeah, that one's got defense on it, so that's a screwed mod.
What, my screen name? No.
Okay. Of course it's 15, but it's 4,000.
Frank Brown, you get a donation. You get a donation. Everyone gets a donation.
I just go in there and do that. I'm at almost 7,000 donations, and I even quit for an entire year of the game, so it's pretty good.
Well, Exo seems to think if hoarding takes about 3 to 4 months per Galactic Legend. I mean, if you're very focused, yes.
Well, also it matters as to your guild. That's the number one thing I would have to say in the game, period, end of discussion. Your gear influx, the quality of gear, the amount of gear, how much you get, all of that, and the rate in which it refills is literally based on if you're in a top 5 guild, the amount of times they're doing, I mean, you're getting the most stars in the GOTBs, you're getting the most times you're doing the raids, you're doing the highest raids, you're doing so
all the things,
everything is coming in at the maximum rate just all the time. And so everything is stockpiling. And at some point you just, you're like, well, I don't need to use that anymore. So, and then it just starts to refill. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. Wow, I actually need those. Never thought that would. There will be a day. We could do a squad arena battle, but I do want to do the mission. Today. Yeah. So I don't have my my ultimate, but you don't need your ultimate, just so you know.
If you're not going to run them as a lead, especially, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of who doesn't have a payout. Because I don't want to knock somebody on this.
Don't want to knock them too hard. Just want to burn them.
Well, I just don't.
Burn cream for that notice.
I just want to have fun and do a battle, but I don't want to knock somebody before their payout, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You can just tell them you're live streaming. They'll understand.
Yeah. No.
I'm sorry. I had to royally beat you live. It wouldn't work any other way.
And the bot's not working.
Yes, Walker Gilmore knows the pain of being far too invested into a game that you don't appreciate anymore and then having to sit there and decide back and forth, do I hold on to my investment or do I finally free myself of this trap? It's a difficult one. I get it. I had to free myself from a different game from a while ago. I'd spent a little over $2,000 in that game over the course of 3 years. So
Darth Raiden is...
It was time to say goodbye to that one. Of course, that was a much bigger scam than this one ever was.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hours away from me, and I have 5 hours. So Darth Raiden I can fight. All right, so let's just do that.
We have 11 hours. I will fight you.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Pedro Gonzalez wants to know, who do you recommend gearing first, Galactic Legend Kylo or Jedi Luke? I would say probably
Kylo.
Kylo initially, because you can still utilize him right now.
Yep.
Jedi Master Luke is going to become the meta here soon, but people are still building towards that. They haven't figured him out yet.
I'm still figuring this team out, but you put this tank thing on Luke, and the reason is he's a tank, and so he just continues to regenerate protection, which is ridiculous. And then...
and this is where it gets really annoying for the other guy.
And then you blast and hurt. And then since I have the faster Revan, you mark, increase cooldowns, and kill.
But is he the faster Revan with his Jedi Knight Luke as the lead?
No. Did you see what I just did?
No.
I just killed their Revan.
Yeah, pretty viciously. I was just saying as far as his Jedi Knight Luke having the ability to knock everybody down to their base speed. Whew. Look at that. What a nice chunk taken off Jedi Master Luke. Oh, it's back.
Oh, it'll be all right.
Sorry, I just like him too much. I geek out over Luke as much as possible. The Mandalorian gave me a reason to again. Ooh, Chad. Yeah, that's a rough one to have tossed on you. I think everybody's trying to figure that one out right now. I think everybody in my guild, he's saying that He wants tips on the challenge Rancor coordination. He was Valen chosen to lead the effort in his guild. I don't know, you do it. I don't know, you do it. I appreciate that, Matt B. Since he's not here for the game, he could give choose example, explicative, but he'd rather be here for us. Appreciate it. Feel that right here. Just like Jedi Master Luke's going to feel this next hit. Ooh. I guess one bit of advice I could give to Chad about the Rancor coordination, depending on your size of guild, the first couple of times, just everybody go nuts on it. See what you can do, what kind of damage you can put up, and try to coordinate from there. You could coordinate an awful lot, but if you see that people can't do more than a couple million damage and you can't even get through it all the way, well, then you're stuck. So
I noticed
just feel it out from there.
Yeah, there. I noticed it takes me about 2.5 minutes. I can put it on full auto, but the targeting sucks. Mm-hmm. So you kind of have to play it through.
Yeah, I remember back in the day when you put it on auto, you could select the target and they would hit nothing but that target. Do you ever notice now how they kind of like, okay, I know you're selecting that one, but I'm still going to go over here and hit this guy. I don't care.
Well, it depends, because if someone's tanking.
Well, yeah, if they're taunting, that's different. But I'm saying with no taunt available, you're sitting there clicking, I want you to hit this person. He's like, okay, but I'm going to hit them and that person. Now I'll hit the one that you're telling me to target.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a little odd.
All right, so there are events in here. The Rebel one's pretty fun. I was doing that one earlier. I did the challenge tier. I didn't even try this third one yet.
That's the ouch tier.
Yeah.
That's I got nothing to do for the next 15 to 20 minutes. Let's make an attempt.
That? I just did this tier, and it should have
autofilled.
Yeah, but with the ones that I was
it goes
using.
Goofy sometimes.
Why are you doing this? I don't have the Zeta on Chupio, by the way. Chupio Zeta is awesome.
Well, again, glad to have you, Matt B. 2:15 a.m. there, so I guess we'll let you go to bed. You're allowed, I suppose.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, this one. How fun.
Yeah, and the cool thing is...
Remember your event ability.
I know. Well, and the thing is, the event ability actually gives you offense up, so you can use it, obviously, more than once. I try to use it a lot, because it puts offense up and heal over time, and you want that heal over time up anyway. So I use it incessantly, because they counter, so you don't even need to almost use any abilities early on. You just use this event ability for the first couple of tiers, and it puts the heal up and it puts the offense up, and so they chew through those original teams a little bit faster, mm-hmm. and it keeps their special abilities available.
Walker Gilmore, no, this is not the free-to-play account. This is Warrior's personal account.
Yeah, well, my free-to-play was my personal account too,
right.
But in my free-to-play account, I'm not going to play two accounts. That was one of the reasons why I quit, was because it was too much commitment to do multiple accounts, multiple times, multiple these events. It's I'm already committed to too much time with this game already, mm-hmm. With one event or one thing, and I'm not going to do two. So,
Zephin, this is true. So what you're saying about the auto battles, but counters are definitely one thing, but I'll have to videotape it sometime and show people. It's pretty funny to watch. You can sit there and you can see the circle just circling the one you want them to select, and they're still hitting other people until they finally go, okay, fine, we'll target the one you want us to. I do not lie. I'll start videotaping this from now on.
I had a feeling he was going to do that.
Taunt at the inopportune time.
I'm just putting heal up over time and some offense up. Then the counters are going to take him out.
Just making him choke on his aspirations.
Yeah, heal up over time. There we go. It goes really, really good. Really, really good. Yeah, you can. So you only need to use the buff once, but you should use it more than once, mm-hmm. Because it gives you health up and offense up. So you chew through tiers faster, way faster. You heal up more, and you chew through them faster. So you take less damage, and so you end into the tier. You get into the last tier of the battle with way more protection, with basically being completely untouched. and you want to have health up, offense up, all of that. And so,
yeah, if there's buffs just sitting there for you, use them. I don't a lot. I always forget about the event ability.
Yeah, the offense up. The offense up and the health up buff really, really, really help. So when you go into the lap, plus it helps your cooldown when you're trying to do your cooldowns.
A2 dodge is a good point. You can definitely use Mon Mothma instead of Chupio, but you definitely want her Zeta for sure. Most people don't have her built up right now, so that's probably why she's not as talked about.
Everyone always says stun Vader. I have lost every time I've done that. I have won every time.
You and I do this the
I
same.
do Thrawn. Yeah. Every time I do Thrawn, I have a 100% victory win rate. When I don't do Thrawn and I try to do Vader, it turns out really, really bad. So I always do Thrawn first, and then we are fine.
Yeah, stun Thrawn or just, kill him with one shot. That works too.
So I
Ooh, I don't know. It's looking kind of sketch, guys. Can you pull this one off? Is it going to happen? Is it going to work?
Yeah, the last
Royal Guards, I tell you.
The last tier was even easier than this. I had full health, full protection, and it went just this easy. Mm-hmm. I blinded everybody actually to start things off, and Vader missed. Emperor Palpatine missed. Like everybody missed. Mm-hmm. Oh, look, I can do a Zeta.
No, scrap metal, Ben. He does Thrawn.
Hey, everybody gets to help me figure out a Zeta. That'll be fun.
Start commenting now.
No. It's gonna be on C. I'm gonna do a Zeta on C. So
everybody gets to help me with the Zeta as I go and put it on the character I want to.
Well, he has 6 Zetas, so you get to choose which Zeta. I was thinking his lead, but he has a couple of uniques that are insane. Mm-hmm. Do Stormtrooper? No, it's not happening.
Jawa Zetas. I mean, that's a joke, but they're actually so usable now that it's actually not that funny anymore.
So it's going to go on. It has to go on. The Cup doesn't have a Zeta.
If he did, though,
it has to go on a GL because I have 2 GLs that need Zetas, but I'm not going to do the lead on Jedi Master Luke because I have 6 that need to go on C, and so I'm going to do one of Sith Emperor's Zetas, but I have all 6 that need to be done. I want to do Chupio, but obviously he's going to wait until C has them. So you guys get to choose from Sith Eternal Emperor. So you can go look at Sith Eternal Emperor, and you can tell me which one you feel like is the most impactful.
Ethan, sure. Oh, man, I feel your pain right now. He says just unlocked Darth Revan. Way to go. But now farming for characters to unlock Malak 5-star. What was your strategy for getting Malak? Well, for one, I didn't realize it, but I needed to be prepared to cry a lot. I wanted to make sure that my phone was always at a good distance from me, and I just touched it from a distance because it was in my hand after the battle was done. I was prone to wanting to throw it through the wall. Just be prepared for the patience game that it will be, and be prepared to repeat it over and over and over again to get the RNG just right.
So for a normal person with a normal account, it's all about offense on your offense on mission, and then high tenacity and high protection on Zalbar, because if he gets out of commission, you're screwed, and you really need him to counter and then her to shoot. And every time she shoots, she's going to do massive damage, and that's how you're going to win. So if you don't have that combination,
if you get the Zeta where the one gets the assist every time she goes, then that's definitely a good one too. Armor Shred is good, and that was the way to do it before, but now it's changed a little bit because apparently all these characters are getting pretty heavy on offense, so you end up chewing through the droids too quickly, so you can save all your Armor Shred specifically for Malak is one strategy.
Man, Vader's throw was really sad. It's not the same.
It bounced back.
How was your Christmas, Steve-O? Ours was good. Mm-hmm. I had a really peaceful day. It was only one day, it's just one day, but I kind of miss having multiple days.
It depends on what family I have in the area, what friends I have things going on, what all I've been invited to. So this year was actually kind of calm. It was nice.
I'll try that last tier. I don't think I can even compete in the last tier, but
I was definitely safe about it. Made sure to get at least 30 people in the same room with no masks and just huddled as closely as possible while we open our gifts. So doing it smart.
we had a relaxing. It We had a relaxing day here at the house, had family here. Early in the morning, it was just me and the girls with my wife. And then in the afternoon, we had some of the family over. We had a big lunch, dinner-ish thing. We actually cooked. My wife's, for a lot of you know, my wife's Chinese. Well, she's Native American and Chinese, but she's so it's
and
yeah, and so we do Native American dishes. We did that actually last week, but this for Christmas we did egg rolls, and they're actually a tradition from her great grandfather, who's from China. He brought the recipe from China to America, and it's been handed down from family member to family member.
And even I'm benefiting from that recipe.
Yeah, they're amazing. They're not like anything I've ever had in America. They're not like spring rolls. They're like
spring rolls are usually
they're
more
big and
related.
they're meaty and they're filling and they're delicious and they're
uses the right fried wonton paper and doesn't over fry it.
And they're sweet and salty and meaty, and it's weird. It's just amazingness.
It's a combination of all things that are good.
And you have to put a limit on how much people can have, even when you make 100 of them. Or we made 50. We made 50 egg rolls, and they were all consumed that evening, every single one of them. And we had some family over in the evening, some extended family that evening. So that was fun. So yeah, we had a good time, a really good time. It was relaxing.
Yeah, Colin Stubblefield's got it figured out.
There's some Shard Shop currency.
Ashar Khan wants to know if we are going to attempt Secrets and Shadows. Is that an event in the game now that I don't know about?
What's up?
Ashar Khan says, are we going to attempt the Secrets and Shadows?
Yeah, I'm going to attempt Secrets and Shadows. I know I can do most of the tiers with my Night Sisters, but the last 2 tiers, the very last tier is a no, and then the second to last tier, I think I can do it. It's just I haven't had the RNG gods bless me yet. He comes out on tier 4 and he does an AoE twice in a row, and the first AoE I survive sometimes, not always, sometimes. And if I survive it the first time, he does it the second time in a row, and the second one kills me every time.
That's the problem. My Jesus is consistent every time, whereas RNGesus is picky.
Yeah. So that's what stinks is he's just and then the turn meter reduction that always works in all the previous tiers. If you run a Saj lead, you can do turn meter reduction on them, and they never get to take a turn. It doesn't work.
You can try it, but it doesn't work.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't work. So I was like, "What's up with that?" So, yeah,
it is funny how in certain assault battles, in certain situations, you're playing against a computer. Sure, you have rules you have to abide by. Sure, your characters can only do so many abilities, but you find certain sneaky ones get thrown in there once in a while that don't exist or belong on that character.
Well, in that tier, it probably is coded that it probably says he is immune to turn meter reduction or something to that effect. Right. I'd have to read it.
Sometimes they'll actually throw it in there, yeah.
That's my guess, is it probably says he's immune to turn meter reduction, or his tenacity is cranked up to like 150%, and so you'd have to have an extended potency. You'd have to crank your potency up to 100% or something like that to be more consistent.
Just to get the game to...
We're going to try this last tier on this one, though, really quick, because I am interested to see if I can, squeak my way through this last tier on this one. I doubt it. I think on the first tier, I got smoked.
There's a couple of them like that in that final tier where you go in there and you're like, all right, got them all Relic 7, got them all modded up nicely, let's do this. And then after your last guy gets trumped out, you're just like, oh, and I didn't even get a turn. Cool.
Artisan K. Okay, feeling so good by Michael Bluebliss. Alexa, feeling so good by Michael Bluebliss. Can you play Alexa?
Michael Bluebliss.
Can you play Alexa? Can you play Feeling So Good by Michael Bluebliss? That's such a funny video.
I don't know who that guy is. He's certainly very Scottish, but...
yeah, he's pretty funny, though.
He's a guy who had that video. It says, would you rather eat baby goat or a matter baby? I can't say it. I can't say it normally because I listen to videos. What's the matter, baby? Nothing, sugar. What's the matter with you?
The videos on the interwebs.
The YouTubans.
On the YouTubans.
The U-boob tube. Because there are a lot of boobs on YouTube. I mean...
How dare you call me a boob?
I called us a boob. We're just one singular boob, though, not a pair.
It says Steve-O says with Chupio, I should be able to do tier 3. I don't have his Zeta, though. So sorry, yeah. And I don't have him modded well, just so you know.
That's the hitch in that there, giddy up.
I don't
straw that
I don't have
back.
his Zeta, and I don't have him modded well.
And I don't care. No,
I don't care.
I would care if I had it, but I don't. Yeah, darn those Galactic Legends, taking all your Zetas. Those darn Mongolians, breaking down your Shi wall.
You got to put up as much health up as possible on this, and as much offense.
As much. Ooh. Who is your favorite Imperial Trooper in the game? Ashar wants to know. I think I can almost answer this for you. I think it's Death Trooper.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say I like the heel clicker. I like the tap dancer. I like the trooper.
Oh, Range Trooper is definitely top 3. Death Trooper and Range Trooper are in my top 3 for sure. Mm-hmm. And Range Trooper for his simplicity of kit. But yeah, Cotton Eye Joe, I love his dance. Definitely.
If it hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, our protection would have gone up a long time ago. Do we watch Whale or Fail? I don't.
I saw it to see what it was about, and it looks like it's one of my kind of like similar to one of my Worth It series videos, but it's just he's got professional producers, so it's more about it's like produced like do you want to buy this pack?
Steve-O smelled what I was cooking. Take an order, please. Want to try our shade chicken or our shade beef?
Arnold's video production is insane through the roof now. He's got an entire team of producers.
They definitely place a lot of emphasis on it.
Yeah, well, when you're making 6 figures and that's your full-time job, and you're doing well like that,
yeah,
you should.
Not knocking it, I'm just saying, do it works, right?
Yeah,
it's figured out the formula. Kent Perrier says his favorite trooper is TK-421. I got a hint of that reference. It's on the tip of my brain. TK-421. Who dat? What is that?
Isn't that Finn?
That's FN2187.
Oh yeah, FN2187. FN2187.
Yeah, that effing trooper over there. That effing trooper that almost took down that giant gun, but then Rose Tico came in and ruined it. Would have loved him to sacrifice himself. Man. That would have been great for the movie, but no.
Seeing Chupio's the one that's going to
save us all, but now we got to save Chupio.
So we're definitely going to do this. Oh, and it, of course, didn't blind the one person I needed it to blind. Because Krennic can literally kill everyone. Come on, translation. Click, go.
TK-421, why aren't you at your post? It's even getting more. My brain didn't turn on this morning. What happened? Be like an hour after the live stream's done, I'll be like, oh yeah.
Trying to put some health up. See, this is where it always goes south for me.
Yeah, just wish to go north just for a change, just for once.
I don't think I can do it without Luke.
Got a few lucky hits, eh? Oh, wait a second, this is a tier 3?
Yeah, this is tier 3.
Dang. You're actually making it further than I thought you would. Well done.
Well, Chupio is not modded well. I mean, he's modded, not well.
You'll have that sometimes.
And then he's also not Zetaed. And I was going to focus on his Zetaing once I put a Zeta on him. Then I was going to mod him like pimp. But since he doesn't have his Zeta, I was like, Stomp that.
See, these guys are just paying attention. Can't get anything by me. Like, you missed a call to action to heal CLS.
Well, when I missed that call to action, he had full health and 50% protection, just for the record. Dang. So I skipped it because I thought he could survive. Didn't think that he was going to die with 150% of his 200% health and protection.
Yeah, see, again, you know this, we know this, the game decides otherwise.
I just didn't think at 150% of health and protection that it was going to be a detrimental effect to skip that.
Not supposed to do this, but, since it was told to, let's see what the reference is. Let's just see here, shall we? Oh, good Lord. Missing lots of things.
Yeah, we need Luke bad to win the final round. So even if we make it to the final round, we're going to lose just because. And then you need to kill the Stormtrooper in the middle because Stormtrooper in the middle ramps up damage if you kill all the guys surrounding. It's blind. Ooh, I actually landed blind this time. Let's put up some foresight. Let's get some. Yeah, this will go pretty good.
All right, Artisan, I'm looking at my phone. What do I need to find here? I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, this is bad because we're gonna get to the final tier only to lose because of CLS. I can win this tier though, I think, because I've got all these guys that came out. Stomp that. Oh, I wish I had blind. Dang it. That AoE he does is such a takes forever, the animation.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the damage they're going to do here in just a second. Oh, I'm not going to make it out of this tier.
Not going to make it out alive. Oh, wait, I beat it. How'd that happen?
And they resisted that. Oof. Come on. That health. Yeah, next tier is trash. I could probably do it if I still had CLS in there. I'll have to retry it. We'll do the other one. Kind of surprised that the no stuns went on. Do another one. Oh, if I could have got another stun, that would have been awesome. Boom. And it is all over. Okay, that's over. C-3PO's like, no, we can do this. So yeah, secrets.
I didn't get a notification for it. I had to finally search it, but there, finally got it. Yes, just another Stormtrooper. Why aren't you at your post? Your comms having an issue here? I figured it was something as innocuous as that, but, I don't pay much attention to Stormtroopers, so I don't feel as bad for that, so I'll let myself off the hook for it.
Yeah, this one is...
Oh, Ball and Thug. Yeah, unfortunately, I've got one short answer for that. Just completely lost all ambition for the YouTube channel, unfortunately. Even after getting some better equipment, some people helped out and bought me a nice new camera, and I've yet to use it yet. So that is unfortunate. But, yeah, there's just not been a whole lot of content worthwhile. And the content that I think would flow from me naturally, I don't think that people want to see on a YouTube channel. So I've been kind of holding that back. So, yeah, I don't know what the future of that will be. We'll see. But yeah, definitely not been posting anything. I haven't posted a video in at least 2 or 3 months, so.
Nope, it's been a minute.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while.
It's not even a hot minute anymore. It's been a lukewarm minute.
He's stunned.
About the average temperature inside a Tauntaun.
Yep. I'm not trying to be rude, but Spirit looks like she throws semen. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep this PG, but I'm just saying, now that I've said that, you guys are going to, but look at that. Look at her basic. They're sperm.
Spirit sperm?
It's
ectoplasm. That's what she's throwing. Well, thank you, Ball and Thug. I do appreciate that. That's I guess that's something that we have taken care of on that side of things. Maybe it's just the content itself that needs to change around a little bit, or I just need to get more ambition for something different. I don't know. It's a bit of a toss-up. It's a mash-up. And it was some mixed results there, too. It never got nothing negative about any of the content. It was just not much comment at all. Mario Ramos? No, I don't think I'd make any money on an OnlyFans page. I don't.
Who knows?
I don't think there's a market for that. I mean, I guess any females out there can tell me otherwise, and I might look into it. No, probably not. I don't think.
Probably.
You want to see me get awkward in front of the camera? That's a sure way to do it.
That is faux show.
Mm-hmm. I guess, hey, some people need to find certain creative ways to pay the rent, and that's one way to do it. I just don't agree with it, that's all.
Scratch that.
Eventability, hey!
Yeah, it makes her taunt, plus it speeds everyone else up. So you definitely want to use that because they're all just... They need to be faster.
All right, guys, let's get off this topic now. I don't want to be encouraged anymore to do it.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
I suppose I should be flattered, but...
Heal.
Need those toe picks, huh?
Shoot that while there's a taunt.
Yeah, I've never understood foot fetishes, and again, same thing. I don't think that my feet would be any different in that situation. I don't think anybody would want to see that. I mean, I'm assuming here. Again, I don't know what all, yeah. Steve-O? Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's what he said it was, so yeah.
Sweet, got the stun. Let's take him out while we've got it.
Mm-hmm.
Wop. Molly wop.
That was a molly wop. I forget the Night Sisters do that sometimes.
Scratch. Tenacity. Let's refresh all those.
Warrior, what's your strategy on the Galactic Challenge? Is it an OnlyFans page?
Dang.
Just pay your way through it. That's one way.
Yeah, I'll have to try the Rebels one over because I feel like I can do it. Oh shoot, he's gonna go and kill everybody, but we can do this. Watch, see, I survive. Hey. But they have healing immunity.
Didn't take you all down at once. That's unusual.
Yeah, this is healing.
What level is this? Oh, he's gear 13, so this might be a higher tier.
Freaking healing immunity.
Freaking stinking.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. Rogue One is definitely by far, I would say, one of the best Star Wars movies outside of the original three, for sure. Just makes you wonder, how in the world could Kathleen Kennedy have been involved in that one and then go on to make the rest of what happened? Just makes you wonder about a lot of things. Apparently Talia is the better one to go with in this lineup here. Can't imagine it's for the healing immunity.
No, you got to get the healing immunity off of them as fast as possible by going, and then he single targets like that, and then as soon as the healing immunity's off, you can frickin' A.
Flippin'.
If she doesn't die, then you're fine.
Talia instead of Spirit? You wanna lose that much offense?
That's your healer you have to have. And if you have a Saj lead, you can do turn meter reduction still in this particular round. So that's why I ran her in this round. But you lose the Mother Talzin capability of the attacking out of turn and reviving with that aspect. So I could probably still win, but it's going to be a challenge. Yeah, I don't use Talia because I think my Talia is gear 12.
Toth Mate says he does tier 2 with gear 11 Talia. Dang. I do appreciate being able to take an undersized or an underpowered squad in and do some serious damage. I like being able to hit above their weight class. It's always fun. It's kind of my arena team right now. Still rocking the old school Darth Revan.
I hate the healing immunity, though, on Night Sisters because that... Oh, yeah. And she's back. There we go.
It's enough. Is that too much or not enough? Well, I'll just say it's enough.
We're in good shape now. That was
old Daka. Hey guys, back. Sorry.
Yep.
Wait a second. Did she die in the previous node and then come back in the 5th? That doesn't happen. It never happens. Must be using some Tom Cruise voodoo in here.
Tom Cruise voodoo.
Help me with your witchcraft. Help me with your voodoo. I'm on fire.
These are Night Sisters, man.
Yeah. Just when you think they're down, someone pops up out of nowhere or comes back from the dead for the assist, just to pop away again. It's like an annoying gnat. Wait, bug? Gnat? So there's some similarities there.
I don't have Mon Mothma's Zeta either, you guys. I need her Zeta too. That's the one thing about coming back. That's the one thing about being gone for a year is a year's worth of Zetas is like 40 Zetas I don't have that I could have gotten probably, or 20 Zetas I could have got. You know what I mean? So that's the only downside is there's a lot of Zeta material that I could have received over the last year I did not.
Just still hoping one day they're going to give you as many Omegas as they do Zetas. It would just be really appreciated if they could even that out a little bit. Just saying, suggestions for Capital Games that seems to be watching these live streams all the time.
They don't watch me.
I don't know. They've taken some of your suggestions and they've gone completely against some of your suggestions as if they're listening just to go, no.
That was like 3 years ago when they used to listen to me. They haven't listened to me in at least 2 years. And they haven't watched me for a fact because Crumbum was on Twitter like, you're back to playing the game again? Like this week, literally this week, he was like, what are you doing?
Where you been, man? Apparently you're not in the community enough, You're not looking into the fans.
It was kind of funny because he was like, when did you start playing again? I was like 3 months ago.
Yeah.
So they definitely don't. They're not connected.
A2 Dodge was saying, in regards to the CLS with Mon Mothma for military might, it works surprisingly well even though she's not in the leader slot. She keeps everyone healed up and the turn meter train gets rolling due to CLS lead. I can see that. I guess I haven't thought about that strategy before. I would just automatically assume that she's only worthwhile as a leader.
The other thing is again, because I don't have her Zeta,
right.
I haven't focused heavily on modding her correctly. Plus, I'm low on mods, I'll be honest.
But just in the team as opposed to the leader.
Yeah. So I need to mod her correctly. I would need to mod her really, really well, and then I don't. Oof. That was
out the gate.
Yeah, that worked really well.
How many cooldowns was that? Welcome to Tier 8. Annihilate! Ah!
Oh, yeah, he always does that. Got to get that taunt up again.
Instead of Zetas, you got a normal life for a year. Great point. Always nice to clear up some of the clutter sometimes, right?
And this tier, like I said, is doable, but in the below tiers are easier, especially with Asajj lead. But the tier above this one, I can't sustain the hit.
Tumors, but don't you also know that sharing is caring?
Ooh, he took the taunt off just in time. Got the taunt. Boom. Oh, man.
Is this even possible with Phoenix? I wouldn't know. My Phoenix is not geared up high enough to get to the third tier. I wouldn't assume, no.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Although I could try the other count out with the Relic 7 Phoenix and see what happens.
He's got
such a waste of time. But it was so fun.
Sure that I get the taunt up again.
The taunt.
Yeah, trying to put up. There we go. Whoop. We took it away. There we go. Bam. Got so much potential. I wish that was my Darth Nihilus. Yeah, we got some Zetas, yo. Have you guys thought about which Zeta for C?
Yeah. Which one of his 7 should I pick? Or 6?
Yeah, we can do the rest of those another time. Let me go in because I have a Zeta, you guys. Yeah. Wait, did I have something glowing?
What?
Ooh.
What?
What'd you do?
Glowing gear.
Yeah. Kaboosh. Yeah.
Well, Boyd Smith, that's true. Lucas. Sorry, yeah. Ezra right. Carries everything. Well, I mean, Ezra is the best thing to come out of, and that is part of Phoenix. Okay. So
I'm doing a Zeta right here, right now.
Oh, it's going to happen right here.
Help
right
me.
Now.
Help me.
Is there no other place you'd rather be?
Yeah. Okay, which one should I do? So I really, it's like, normally it's like, okay, leadership because he's a leader, but I don't know if that's even needed. I really like this. He has 10% max health, max protection per
we got
relic
one
amplifier,
for Unraveled Destiny already.
and he receives 30% decreased damage. That is huge. Whatever, dude. I want you guys to pick it out. Come on.
Book Hunter, yes. Help me, chat.
I could pick any of them. Hope. I could pick any of them on my own. I go against Jedi, so I could do this. Dark side allies recover 50% protection. That's not a bad one. Unraveled dark side gain taunt. Tanks gain taunt. The deception. It adds target enemy is deceived for 2 turns, increased to 3 turns if they're Jedi. That one seems less important. But the uniques are pretty strong.
I Am Bravo says leader for a quick ultimate.
Well,
We are doing he's doing the Galactic Legend C. He's just asking which Zeta on Sith Eternal Emperor.
Yeah, so I'm not going to do the leadership yet because I don't have his ultimate. So that's probably not a good use of it. And
that ultimate's going to take a little while.
And from 2 turns to 3 turns seems like not as good. Here, dark side allies recovering 50% protection is good, but not great. This unraveled dark side tanks taunt for 2 turns. That's decent. So Discord looks like it's probably one of the best because it really does. It helps with durability. So either one of the uniques, I think. So Discord or Galactic Legend, one of those two. I'm seeing a bunch of Galactic Legend.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, they're all saying Galactic Legend. I'm like, we are doing a Galactic Legend. We're just saying which Zeta. Oh, there is actually a Zeta that's called Galactic Legend.
Yeah, because seven relic levels is 70% max health, 70% max protection, and damage is decreased by 210% by doing this.
66%, you say?
Because of no ultimate. So with Discord will be number 2, I think. That one's pretty good, but it only 2% recovery on protection, and it would do better once I have max protection increased. So it looks like this is the best bet.
You would do well to know this.
Yep. And there's 5 people saying Galactic Legend. Now 6. Ball and Thug says this one. We're doing that. Boom.
That just happened.
There we go.
Do it.
Do it, Mario.
Do the do.
Nice. Cool. I got my first Zeta on Sith Eternal, which will put him a little higher because he's pathetically low. If you look at my, power,
all I want to know is, can you take him higher?
So when people look at my roster, they're like, "Oh, he's got 2 Galactic Legends." And then they start scrolling down to look at my team. They're like, what the? He's way down.
He doesn't have any Galactic. Oh, wait a minute.
You know what I mean? He's sitting down here, down by relic 3s.
Yeah, he's just low key right now.
He's like, what up? Way down here. So, yeah.
He's just hanging out down there in Exegol and nobody knows about him yet. Building the final order.
Yep. The final order.
It's the final order.
But I did do something I probably shouldn't have done, but I was just like, I'm going to do it. I don't even care. I used to have a problem with glowing gear, so I went in and I just spent it all.
Maya Ramos asked Relic 1? Do you have C Relic 1?
No. He's Relic 7.
Yeah.
No, he's Relic 7, yo.
Yeah. Only one Zeta so far.
One Zeta, Relic 7. Yeah. Look at that. Relic 7, yo.
7.
Yep.
Hopefully soon to be an 8.
Yep.
Because you actually have that ability. Me.
Yep. No, next one's going to be So Discord, and then his leadership, and hopefully by the time
So Discord.
Hopefully by the time I get So Discord in Sith Eternal, I'll have his ultimate unlocked by then. It's going to take me a while though, because I'm not spending a ton on the farming stuff. And then this will be my next relic character, because I'm almost done with this. I just need 20 more pieces of this.
Almost. There we are.
30. I need 18 more pieces. Wow, 5 for 5. Pretty neat. That was a good drop.
Dropped like it was hot.
Thanks, Ball and Thug. Zeta, power up. All right.
Here's the cash we'll need to power that.
So, for
not relegate, what a scrub.
Hey, look,
I know, right?
Warrior.
If you're not relegate, are you even trying, bro? You even wailing?
Hey, I gave you that. There's so many.
You may have this.
Yeah. Okay. I haven't set my grand arena yet either. We got some time for a story time.
Ooh. Gotta prepare for this. All right.
Yeah, I had like 3 story times. I texted myself 2 of them so I wouldn't forget, and then one of them I already forgot. That's why I text myself.
We're terrible about that lately. We'll be sitting there talking about it like, oh, it'll be a good story for story time. Oh yeah, sounds good. Day of.
What was that? What was that again? Yeah.
I think it was something about people and things.
In time frames? No.
Yeah.
So I texted myself on this one. So funny. So my wife's Native American. We've talked about that before. And one of her family members.
And that's story time. All right. Thanks for coming out.
Yeah. And one of her family members, of course, she has multiple family members that are. But anyway, so that's just kind of, we've talked about that before. We even talked about that earlier today. So put that in the back of your hat. So
the back of your brain.
Yeah. When we first met, we were dating, and I met her, and she owned this home. It was a home.
Good game.
Yeah.
Dating
it was a home
right
she had bought with her. So her first love. So she was like, dated her high school sweetheart, got married. They were married for 5 years. They had 2 kids. And then things didn't work out, and they got divorced, and they had a 1 and a 3-year-old, of course, with each other. And that's when I met her. She had a 1 and a 3-year-old. Those are my first 2 kids. That's my son who had moved back in just this last year, and then her and I had 2 of our own children together. So we're a blended, what you call blended family. But when I married her, she had a 1 and a 3-year-old. Well, when I met her, she had, because of financial reasons, she was a single mom raising 2 kids. He wasn't helping out, and so she had to move out of that house. And her dad kind of sneakily bought it from the person that she was, she had to sell it, and then he saw it was on the market, and so he swooped in and bought it for what it was kind of worth. I thought he bought it to kind of keep it in the house or keep it in the family, but in reality, he bought it. He rented it. And let me do something. So. Yep. By the way, pretty cool. The background now you can see Star Wars, and so he rented it.
Professional, like an office or something.
And you'd think he would rent it to his daughter, right?
I mean, that's the natural assumption, right?
He didn't. He booted her out. Single with 2 kids. Kicked her out of her own home.
I see an opportunity.
And so she was, she had to go get a job and find an apartment and stuff. And that's when I met her. And she had an apartment, and she had her 2 kids, a 1 and a 3-year-old, and we started dating. Shortly thereafter, we got married, and I met her dad. And I know Mario was like, Facebook. And I started talking to him, and I said, why did you buy that? And he was like, well, I just, opportunity. She put down like $40,000, and so she owed a lot less than it was worth. So the house is worth a lot more money than it's worth. And I was like, so it was an opportunity to take advantage of your daughter. But anyway, so I was like, well, how about
Sorry, I'm just only seeing it for what it is here.
I wanted to buy this house back for her and for the kids, because the kids were born in that house, and it was their childhood home, at least till they were 1 and 3. So I wanted them to have their home back. And I was like, okay, so can I buy it back from you? And he was like, well, this money that I put into this home would have made me money in the savings account. So all of a sudden he wanted me to pay him interest. So I was like, whatever, just, tell me a price, whatever. And so he gave me a price. It was way higher than what he paid for the house a year later, but whatever. I said, fine, we agreed. And I bought the house from him and I proceeded to marry her. And we moved in, her and I, and the 2 kids. And I got to restore their childhood home to them. Now this isn't the story, actually.
As cool as that is.
As cool as that is, that's not actually the story. That was just a restoration thing. I thought was kind of a cool thing, but, they had a cat, and when he kind of booted them, the cat's name was Rubidoux. We called him Rubidoo because we were lazy with the name, but it was spelled Rubidoux. But we called him Rubidoux. And when she moved,
that was a little better. Rubidoux.
Yeah, he was like, "You got to get out. I've got someone I'm renting this place to, and they're coming in on this day. You got to be out by this time." And so when she moved, it was a cat that was indoor, outdoor, and Rubidoux wasn't around at the time when they had to move, and she couldn't find her cat, and she had to move without her cat. And so she literally, it was like heartbreaking. Yeah, it was heartbreaking. They couldn't find their cat because he was outside, and they moved, and unfortunately they moved without their cat. And then they moved to the apartment, and this person moved in, and the person moved in didn't see the cat or whatever. So anyway, we dated, and then we got married, and then I bought the house a year later, and I moved them back into the home. About a year and a half later, I moved them back into the home, and when we moved back into the home, guess who was at the house?
Was it Rubidoux?
Yeah, it was Rubidoux. Rubidoux was in the backyard. He came up, and man, he looked like a pit bull. This cat was skinny, but pure muscle, and he had a broad face. A broad face for a cat I've never seen. Like, you could tell he was like the monster of the neighborhood. Like,
little bobcat got thrown in the mix.
Like, he has beat every cat in the neighborhood up, but he took it on his face, and it has swollen and then been repaired and swollen and repaired and swollen and repaired. I mean, he had a pit bull jaw.
Yeah, so whereas boxers get cauliflower ear, he got cauliflower face.
Yeah, right. And so he had this massive jawline and like this huge head, but then he had this like skinny body because he'd been taking care of himself for a year and a half, eating whatever. Cats and dogs, probably. I don't know what he was eating, but he was alive. The cat was whatever, but his name was
forced
Rubidoux.
into a life of cannibalism.
But,
yes, it was rough.
But the irony in this whole story that I tell this is kind of crazy. Is when she moved, she picked an apartment that she could get, just what she could get. And it was like, $800 a week or whatever, or $800 a month. I mean, and it was like what she could afford. Cause I mean, in
that's
Colorado,
rent prices now.
Cause in Colorado, like, $880 a month is like, that would be, you can't even get that. So, and back then that was like as cheap as you could get. And it's just super expensive here. But this was like, 20 years ago, whatever. So it was what she could afford and what we could get. And so, but it was on this street, and the street was spelled Rubidoux. Which we pronounced Rubidoux, and I thought that was ironic that the cat they had lost, she moved to a street, and I had to point that out to her. I was like, "Hey, did you know you moved to an apartment that happens to be named after the cat you lost?" And she was like, "Huh, that's interesting. I didn't even know." She's like, "That's kind of interesting that you point that out." And I pointed that out a few months after she had moved in, because I thought she like maybe found it because of that or something. I don't know. But then take it a step further. Go fast forward a few years. We are down in Ridgway, Colorado, and her uncle is a historian. Actually, for the city of Montrose, he runs the. He works for the. Like the Historic Society or whatever down there, but he part of the museum and the Historic Society and stuff, and he's a curator and stuff. But he worked for the city for like 25 years, and now he's like, he was an engineer for the city, but then now he's like, he volunteers as a museum curator and stuff. But he helps run the Historic Society and stuff, and he there's like an entire book written on my wife's family history and family lineage. All the Native American stuff, and how the like family from, Europe came in, and how the European family and the Native American family like blended. And it's like there's like German
intermingled.
Well, there's German family, and then there's some Native American tribe and stuff, and so they blended. And there's actually a creek called the Stolzheimer Creek. It was named after obviously the German Stolzheimer family that came over here, but then they met the Native Americans and stuff. But long story short, she has family named Rubidoux, and there is a basically a subsect tribe of our tribe called the Rubidoux tribe, which is a subsect. So it's like a nickname of the Ute tribe that's down south. And so it's more northern, more by, not in the Durango area, in the Four Corners area, but more northern by Montrose area, and it's the Rubidoux tribe. And so he's like telling me about this, and we're talking, and he's just like, yeah, so anyway, there's this, part of the Stolzheimer family lineage and stuff, and the Native American stuff, whatever, with the subsect, heritage, like there's the Rubidoux tribe that's, that settled in over here by the Stolzheimer Creek. And he's like going through history. I was like, whoa, stop. Rewind that.
What was that name again?
What was that name again? And he's like, Rubidoux, but we pronounce, it's spelt with the, O-U-X at the end. And I was like, yeah. Give me more of that, So of all irony,
run with me here.
She had family. That's like a family Native American tribe nickname for her tribe. And then, of course, without knowing her history, she didn't even know this, she had a cat that she named after her Native American tribe, loses the cat, moves to an apartment on a street named after the nickname of the tribe. And then a year and a half later, I buy her house. We move back to the house, and the cat is still there and is restored, and we live with him until he eventually passes.
Hey guys, just keeping the place safe for you. What do you think I've done to the place?
And so it's the whole thing is crazy. Now, when you look it up, you'll find a lot of Native American stuff in Iowa, and that's a totally different Rubidoux, and that's because there's some females that have last name of Rubidoux out of Iowa that became like lawyers and stuff that have Native American history, and there's also other Rubidouxs, and that's a formalized last name that came out of there. This is a different Rubidoux that came out of basically like the Montrose area of Colorado, so a little bit different, but it's just crazy. O-U-X is the last part of it. But so just crazy. It's just nuts that like she didn't even know her history or lineage or anything. It wasn't even until I started talking.
It was just coming out subconsciously.
Well, because I'm into the history, right? I'm into history and everything like that. And so I was talking to her uncle, and he's just like passively just telling me, because he's like, well, you're interested in her past and her family, so I'll just talk and you'll just listen. So I was like, yeah, exactly. So I was just listening, and then this came out, and I was just like, that is so amazing. And this cat was like more than any cat I've ever had. I mean, this cat was like, on another level. So really, really crazy. I just thought it was an interesting story. Also a really cool story of restoration, and also another story of like how you treat your family really matters. Obviously, I don't want to tell the story to dishonor Dad, because at the end of the day, Dad, he ended up having a better and more restored relationship with us. And at the end life, he ended up moving in with us, and we took care of him until he passed away. And we had a really wonderful relationship with him at in life. And we love him very much. So I don't want to dishonor his memory by telling that story. That was just,
it's also a redemption story.
Yeah, that was just a moment in his time where he made kind of a poor decision to, take advantage of a situation financially. And I guess, if we were put in his situation and you had money enough to buy a house outright, you might do the same thing. I don't know. So it wasn't about that. It's not to dishonor him. But I know he was like, I'm going to rent it.
The same.
But to each his own. But anyway, it's an amazing story. It's weird. It's crazy. It's almost like
ironic.
It's almost like there's, something out there that was speaking to her to, name that cat, part of her family's history. So that way there would always be that spoken word in her home, of her family, history. It's almost like you can't hide from your family history. It's going to be there. Generationally, it's going to come up.
As I've heard before, some people only think they name their kids. There's usually some kind of like credence to, oh, you had a name, but now it says a lot about your character and about your personality too.
Yeah, so pretty crazy. Loved it. But anyway, we are at the top of the hour. It is an hour and a half in. I appreciate everybody who came on. I am definitely going to take your guys' tips. I'm going to make sure I don't let CLS get under 100% health. I'm going to try that again. I'll post on Twitter if I end up making it. I think I can. I do. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can.
That's right, folks. We're at the top of the hour here. Yep. So here's the Buckinghams with kind of a drag.
So I appreciate everybody coming on board. Thanks for hopping on.
Always appreciate it.
Sureshot. And as always, keep your gaming on. Warrior. Sureshot out.